What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Littleroot Laddering. As always, we are playing more teams that you all have submitted. This is the team that AJP and Navir have been working on for Series 6, and the first team that we actually get to play in Series 6. So if you haven't watched last episode, I highly recommend it. It's playing this team, but in Series 5. We have made a few minor changes. Notably, we changed Lash Out on Bisharp to Assurance, and we changed Close Combat to Drain Punch and Ice Punch to Fire Punch on Conkeldurr. Past that, same exact thing that we had going on last time. So, really interested to just jump in and play some official Series 6 now that it's actually up. So, like I said, the last episode, we were playing with the Series 6 team, but still in Series 5 rules. And I think of the 3 games we played, only one was against a Series 5 team that had Dragapult that I think we kind of got beat up by. But let's see. Let's see what we can do. So we have Charizard, Crocodile, Cottonee, Togetic, Urshifu, and Lycanroc. So what is Cottonee doing? Because it doesn't get Tailwind. And Togetic is just like budget Togekiss. So they are definitely trying out some interesting things, but I think I'm just going to lead Bisharp Gengar with... Man, Primarina looks insane here. What if we actually lead Gengar Primarina and have Bisharp and Dracozolt in the back? Dracozolt kind of gets walled by the Crocodile, but I mean, kind of in the same boat. But like, the Intimidate also affects Conkeldurr, but Conkeldurr lines up against it better. Conkeldurr also lines up against the Lycanroc better, but worse against Charizard. I like Dracozolt. I think it has a better matchup against the threats that we actually care about. So let's see how this goes. Really excited to get to play this new season. You know, hopefully we can make it to Master Ball again this season. As long as we get some spicy teams each week, we should be able to. So that is Lycanroc, Cottonee. So I'm just going to immediately Dynamax. Gonna go for a Sludge Wave and go for a Max Geyser into the Lycanroc. There's not really any good switch-ins here. The Cottonee could be going for, I believe it gets Stun Spore. I don't think it gets Sleep Powder. Wow, that is loud. So I'm playing with a off-brand, like a third-party controller now. And the vibration was a little louder than I anticipated. So if you heard that, I am sorry. Yeah, that's fine. We don't care. It does get Stun Spore, Leech Seed, Taunt, as we saw, but nothing major. Worry Seed, Helping Hand. Yeah, well, that's just dead. That is just actually dead. You can Swords Dance all you want, we don't care. Zap. Nice Cottonee. Effectively did nothing. That Lycanroc actually did nothing. It's set up in our face and we're just like, lol, JK, LOL, don't care. Yeah, Primarina is really just set up to just run away with this game now that it's triggered policy. And bringing in the Charizard in the rain. That's exactly what we want to see. I I think I like Icy Wind here. And going for just another Max Geyser into the Charizard. Like, Hotney just doesn't really do anything here. Like, we know it's not Switcheroo eject button because it has Focus Sash. Can't set up Substitute. Like, it just really doesn't have anything else here. It has Fake Tears. It could Fake Tears us. But I think even after a Fake Tears, we probably live a Max Airstream. Oh, just gonna go for Sunny Day. That's fine. Gonna get that Icy Wind off. Unfortunately, we're missing the Charizard, which is really the one we wanted to hit. The question is do we live this overgrowth? Probably not. Primarina, you mad lad. Absolute mad lad. Just doesn't actually matter. We're +2 in the sun, still one-shot the Charizard. Yeah, this is great. Primarina's great. Like, I was thinking next turn we could just click Ally Switch, but unfortunately we're taunted, so we can't. And we're gonna see the Urshifu come in here. So I'm just gonna click Icy Wind one more time. And I'm going to Max Guard this turn. Could see like a Sucker Punch or an Aqua Jet. Just going for a Wicked Blow. Yeah, that's fine. So unfortunately, if this is max speed Urshifu, it's gonna still outspeed us. But it shouldn't outspeed Gengar this turn. So I'm trying to think what the play is here. Like, well, now that we don't have Taunt, we can just go for Hydro Cannon plus Ally Switch, and that should win us the game. Yeah, we'll just go for Moonblast. That one has 100 accuracy and is 4 times effective, and they don't have Sash. So, you know, just everything great here. Wicked Blow into the Gengar, going down to Sash. Oh no, they crit me. The joke there is that they always crit you. Ha ha ha, I'm so funny. My jokes are bad and I should feel bad, I know. So, you know, starting the day off with a really promising, like, really dominant, like, game 1. Just absolutely monstered everything going on there. I guess they were thinking that Gengar was, I guess, gonna try to go for Trick Room there, and we're just like, okay, whatever. We don't actually care about that one. So goodbye. Come on, we deserve more points than that game. Clearly you're ripping me off. I like Mustard. Mustard 2 will be fine. So let's see what we got else here. Like, just honestly, Sludge Wave was really great there because just getting to just trigger our policy and run away with the game. So we see Weezing, Arcanine, Milotic, Haxorus, Ferrothorn, and Clefairy. So I know Navier and AJP were talking about how Ferrothorn kind of just walls this team even after making the switch to Fire Punch on Conk, which they were talking about switching over to Arcanine as a result. So what do we like here? I kind of like Gengar Bisharp with Amoonguss Dracozolt in the back. This leaves us kind of weak to the Arcanine. But Dracozolt deals with the Haxorus. This leaves us not only weak to the Arcanine, but also the Ferrothorn. So maybe instead of Amoonguss, we bring Conk. I like that. I like that configuration. Just basically hyper aggro, try to run them out of the game. And like daily, like Wheezing. Maybe like Wheezing Haxorus is kind of bad for us here as a lead. So let's see what they do. We're gonna see Ferrothorn Wheezing, which is probably actually even worse for us. And we do have that neutralizing gas, which is annoying more than anything. So what if we just switch Gengar into Conk and just go for an Iron Head into the Wheezing? Probably going to see our opponent set up like a Iron Defense with the Ferrothorn. Yeah, just gonna see our opponent protect. So this is kind of annoying because we currently don't have Guts. So our Flame Orb is actually going to affect us. Gonna see Curse. Interesting. So we do get burnt by the Flame Orb, but Guts is currently turned off. So I think the play is just Max Flare into the Ferrothorn. Do they have any switch into that? Like Arcanine? But I think that's fine. And then we can just Iron Head down the Wheezing one more time. It might have been correct to go for like a Max Knuckle and not only get the stab, but also get the attack boost for next turn on not only it, but also I'm gonna see a Dynamaxed Wheezing. Tell me that ain't a first. I think this is the first time I've played against a Dynamaxed Wheezing. I know when we were playing with Wheezing there 2 or 3 weeks back, we Dynamaxed Wheezing a non-zero amount in all actuality. This is probably going to be a Max Starfall into the Conk, and if that's the case, I don't really like our position. Oh, that did not a lot. Max Flare into Bisharp. Well, we live that. And they set up Sun for my Max Flare to do even more. But they are +1 defense. They are 4 times weak, but that still doesn't mean anything here. Are they just gonna go for another curse? Nope, just going for an Iron Head into the Bisharp. What do we think? I think this turn we go for the Knuckle into the Ferrothorn. That should knock it out. And then yeah, let's just get some more chip on the Wheezing, I guess. I was thinking about switching out to the... I'm just gonna bring in Clef. Okay. I honestly debated attacking into that with Bisharp this turn, but I also debated doubling into the Wheezing. So yeah, we are gonna see Bisharp go down this turn, which is fine. I'm fine with that. But we do get the Max Knuckle into the Clef. Not gonna do a whole lot, but you know, it does damage. That's the best thing we can say. And we get the attack boost on Conk as well, which is really good for us. So I think we're just going to bring in Dracozolt and try to beat down. I guess that's our game plan now. Save Gengar in the back for shenanigans. I'd like Max Guard plus Protect this turn, just to stall out the Weezing's Dynamax turns. Yeah, let's just stall out this Dynamax turn. Oh, opponent is also just going to Max Guard. Interesting. So what is this Clefairy going for then? It's going for a Life Dew. Okay. Just trying to get as much recovery on everything as possible. I can respect it. Weezing is obviously primary threat number 1 currently. And between Fire Punch, I'm probably going to see a Follow Me this turn. So what I think the play is this turn is to switch out the Conkeldurr into Gengar. So then next turn we can click Sludge Wave. Go for a Bolt Beak into the Weezing. If they want to click Follow Me, I'm fine with that. Yep, okay. Well, they're not going to like this Bolt Beak. It still does smack really hard. Not quite as hard as I want it to, though. We do see that Strange Steam into the Dracozolt. Unfortunately, it does go down here, but I think that's fine. So what is switching out into Ferrothorn? I think that's their play this turn. Unless they predict the Sludge Wave. I think we go for Sludge Wave. I think we go for a Fire Punch into the Weezing. Because again, if they want to redirect this, that's fine. Yeah, just going to withdraw it. Go into Pharaoh. Weezing's going to go down. We're going to get our Guts boost, and then Fire Punch is going to take out the Ferrothorn. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, that's really unfortunate, because now we just hurt ourselves. Good news is we can't be poisoned. I think the play is still the same here, though. Just go for a Sludge Wave. And Fire Punch into the Pharaoh. Like, we need to get this Weezing off the field. And Sludge Wave is basically our only way of actually doing so. Not enough to take the Weezing out. And we crit our own Conkeldurr. Man. I figured that would actually be enough to take out the Weezing. But I guess with it being a spread move, it's not going to be enough. And unfortunately, the Gengar can't really deal with everything going on. So I definitely don't think I played this game optimally. All things considered, I don't think I played this game completely optimally. Instead of bringing in Dracozolt, probably should have just brought in Gengar to deal with the Double Fairy at the time. Predict that the Ferrothorn was going to come into that slot and Fire Punched into it. To be fair, I thought I Fire Punched into the Clefairy that turn, but evidently not. Even if like Conkeldurr had just punched into that slot that turn, I think we would have been in a fine position. Protect, Heat Wave, Taunt, Strange Steam. Okay. Figgy Berry, Arcanine. And unfortunately, like, we never got to actually see their fourth Mon either. I'm assuming, yeah, competitive melodic, leftovers. Yeah, just super bulky. Life Dew on 2 Mon. That's really interesting. Earthquake, Dragon Claw. This is Muscle Band. I'm surprised Muscle Band over Life Orb. Yeah, we don't have a Life Orb. I'm surprised that's not just Life Orb or Expert Belt. Interesting. Rocky Helmet on the Pharaoh. I didn't realize it got toxic this generation. That's really interesting too. And the Clefairy actually did have a damaging move with Dazzling Gleam. That's something that a lot of Clefairies have kind of just dropped off. Not carrying a damaging move. I mean, majority of my Clefairies don't currently, so kind of surprised to see that. Let's see if we can finish today with a positive record. Yeah, gym leader theme. Until someone tells me that they don't like my music choice, I'm going to put it on the songs that I know and like. So, if you do have a personal preference for music, leave it down in the comments. So, okay, this is really similar to what we saw yesterday or Tuesday with the Sneasel plus Colossal plus Justice Trio. So they're opting for Cobalion instead of Virizion here, but they're backing it up with Amoonguss, Sylveon, and Dusclops. So I think Amoonguss, I kind of like Conk. Conk is kind of good against everything they're trying to set up here. And then, like, Primarina Bisharp in the back. I also kind of like Gengar. It deals with both Gastrodon and Sylveon. What about Bisharp Gengar in the back? Yeah, I like this. So talking with the guys who designed this team, they obviously watched the last episode and they're like, hey, I think if you're playing against like Sneasel shenanigans, Conkeldurr is probably the best thing you can be doing, not only because you have Mach Punch to deal with the Sneasel, but it also just threatens like both, depending on which Justice Trio it is, it can threaten 2 of the 3. Actually, all 3 of them now that we have Fire Punch. We had Ice Punch on it, so. I kind of want to just Giga Drain this Gastrodon. I also kind of wanted to Spore this Dusclops. Plus Detect? Yeah, I think this is fine. If they want to set up Trick Room, I'm completely okay with that. Like, we have the slow squad up front here, so. Yeah, you're just going to see the Protect from the Gastrodon. You're going to see the Detect from the Conk. Dusclops is going to sleep. And now we can put the Gastrodon to sleep, and we can punch it. Or I can just Giga Drain it. Just like, what do they have to switch into this? Nothing? Cool. And then we can go for a Drain Punch into the Gastrodon. This might be a Dynamax Gastrodon turn. Nope, just gonna go for a Scald into the Conk. Gonna do pretty decent damage, all things considered. But because it is faster, our Drain Punch is going to get really good recovery. And the Giga Drain is going to be enough to take it out. Rindo Berry. Well, it's low enough that it might still take it out. It does. Cool. Your Rindo Berry means nothing. Your Rindo Berry means nothing to me. Yeah, I actually really like pairing like the Sneasel trio with Trick Room, because it lets you have an alternate like game plan outside of what you're trying to already do. And notably, they are like Colossal is already pretty slow. So like obviously you need to have the investment into actually like winning the game, like depending on like what you're trying to outspeed with it once you have Steam Engine triggered. But outside of Steam Engine, like it's still just fine. I'm just gonna target down the Sneasel. If they want to like switch out Dusclops into whatever threat, then this Mach Punch is really gonna mess it up. I almost went for a Sleep Powder into the... Yeah, it is Focus Sash, so they are gonna get their Surf off, but that's fine. I almost went for a Spore into the Colossal slot. And Weakness Policy, there it is. Okay. Well, we have a game. And we do pick up the KO on the Sneasel, so that's one less threat we had to actually worry about. So now the Dusclops is in the back asleep. It doesn't really do anything. We can go for redirect into just Drain Punch, I guess. We could also Dynamax. Go for Rage Powder plus Max Knuckle into this Colossal. Like, what else are we gonna Dynamax this game? Like, I want Bisharp to be able to have Sucker Punch, so we're not Dynamaxing it. Gengar is gonna click Ally Switch, so we're not Dynamaxing it. So yeah, this is our Dynamax target this game. Dusclops has been asleep for 1 turn, 2 turns. So there's a chance it wakes up this turn, and if it goes for Ally Switch, we're in a really bad position. If it wakes up and gets the Ally Switch off, I should say. Hey, look at me. Please do something into me. Yeah, just gonna see the Max Flare into this Amoonguss, which is very, very dead now. Hopefully this Max Knuckle really hurts. Okay, it does really hurt, but not enough to pick up the KO. I'm just gonna Nightshade, that's fine. So now we get to bring out Bisharp. Might have been correct to bring out Gengar this turn and go for Ally Switch, because I have a feeling they're targeting down the Conk this turn. So I'm actually gonna... This is really interesting, because I can... If they target down the Bisharp, then that's fine. But I need the Bisharp to stick around for 2 turns to pick up the KO with Sucker Punch. Whereas if they target down the Conk and I max guard, then obviously I'm in a really good position and Sucker Punch can pick up the KO next turn. I think it's correct to max guard this turn. Just go for Sucker Punch plus max guard. Hope that Sucker Punch picks up the KO. It doesn't. So now, yeah, okay. So we can Sucker Punch this turn. Dusclops actually lost HP in that exchange. That's really great. So then we can go for Sucker Punch this turn. If they don't go for a damaging move, then we're in a really good position. And I'm going to Max Flare because if Sucker Punch picks up the KO, then the Max Flare is going to go into the Dusclops. Okay, so I debated Max Flaring into the Dusclops anyway, just to be safe. Like, obviously now they just kind of brick walled our entire turn, but that's fine by my standards. So now both of our Dynamaxes are over. I'm going to go for a Mach Punch into this, which will pick up the KO. And then I'm going to go for a Assurance into the Dusclops. Nope. Assurance. Mach Punch. Yeah, so if Sneasel gets really popular, this is definitely our game plan. This just worked out way better than it did in last episode. How much is this Assurance gonna do? Not nearly as much as we would hope, but you know, okay. And Conk is gonna go down next turn, but I think that's fine. Like, we get to fire off a really powerful Fire Punch this turn. Assurance gonna slap him in the face. Fire Punch gonna connect, and is gonna pick up the KO. So another really good win today. Rounding out the day at 2-1. Not a bad day, all things considered. Obviously, I think we could have gone 3-0 had I played a little better in that second game. But definitely got to showcase just like, if Sneasel plus Colossal plus Justice Trio becomes really good, like, this team is competitive against it. Like, that felt very, like, not close. Like, imagine if instead of going for the Giga Drain on the Sneasel, had I just spored into the Dusclops slot, anticipating the Surf or the Beat Up. Because had they been Sash like they were, Mach Punch does a ton of damage, gets them down to Sash. Their threat comes in, we put them to sleep, and then their Beat Up goes off, and, like, we're just in a wonderful position at that point where I don't even think we had to Dynamax to win that game. So I think the correct play was Spore into the Colossal that turn. Like, sure, they get to trigger their policy, but, like, then they're asleep, so I don't really care what's going on, and then I have ample amount of time to be able to pick up the KOs on it. So that is going to do it, everybody. Thank you very much for watching today. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications when new stuff goes live, and everyone else, as you know, just everyone in general, like the video. And I want you to leave a comment down below telling me today what is, you know, just talking about, like, the Justice Trio and Sneasel, and, like, once again going with that route. What is your favorite Dark type? If I had to guess off the top of my head, Weavile is really cool for me. It was the first Pokemon I ever actually, like, EV trained, and, like, before I ever competitively played, I wanted to build a sand team on Black and White so I could play online ladders on it. So I had this Weavile that I bred, and it was good, and it was the correct nature and everything, but obviously I didn't know how to breed for IVs or anything at that time, so I'm just like, yeah, this is a Weavile, it's really cool. You know, EV trained it, beating up a ton of Lillipups. I calculated it all by hand because it was awful. And first Pokemon I ever raised to level 100, or one of the first, I should say. So Weavile really holds a special place in my heart, even though it is really not great, all things considered. Sneasel is obviously way better for what we're trying to do in the current format, but Weavile definitely holds a special spot in my heart, and anytime that Weavile or Sneasel can be competitive is really cool for me. Honchkrow is also up there. I really like basically all the Gen 4 evolutions for previous Pokemon are really cool. This is gonna sound bad, but I love Licky Licky. I'm currently doing a platinum playthrough on my spare time, where I have a Licky Licky, and it's just been so good. I love. Like Tangrowth, I think is super cool. Magmortar, Electivire are both fantastic designs. I love them both. Weavile is amazing. So, just all those Gen 4 evolutions to Gen 1 and 2 Pokemon I just love. So, that is going to do it for me today, everybody. Thank you for sticking around, listening to me ramble down here at the end of the show, and we'll be back on Saturday with some more Littleroot laddering with this team. As always, everyone, have a good one. Peace.